This is our 3D ROV robot model, a marvel of engineering designed to withstand 400 bars of pressure. At 4,000 meters, the ocean isn't just water, it's a hydraulic weapon targeting every square inch of this machine and the fiber-optic network it's sent to protect. The global internet relies on fragile subsea cables. A single anchor drag, a tectonic shift, or even a deep-sea shark bite can sever the digital lifeline of an entire continent in a heartbeat. This is the core mission of our multi-ton, multi-million-dollar robot that built to perform the world's most delicate surgery at the bottom of the ocean. To understand why this is nearly impossible, we have to talk about the pressure. At the depth where these cables live, the weight of the water above is equivalent to having an elephant stand on your thumb for every square inch of the robot's surface. If these machines were hollow or filled with air, they wouldn't just leak, they would implode with the force of a bomb. To survive, engineers use a pressure-compensated design. Every internal cavity of the robot is filled with specialized non-conductive oils. Since liquids don't compress, the robot's insides push back against the ocean with the exact same force as the abyss pushing in. It's a delicate balance of physics that allows a 10-ton machine to move its arms with the precision of a watchmaker, even while being squeezed by millions of pounds of force. The journey down is the first major hurdle. As the robot leaves the ship, it passes through the sunlight zone, then the twilight zone, and finally into the midnight zone, where sunlight hasn't touched the water in millions of years. Every meter the robot descends, the temperature drops toward freezing and the pressure climbs. If the robot's umbilical cord, the tether that provides power, gets a single kink or twist during this 2-hour descent, the electrical resistance can spike, blowing out the robot's power supply before it even sees the seabed. It is a slow, high-stakes drop into a world where we are completely blind. But even with perfect pressure compensation, the environment itself fights the robot. The seafloor is covered in abyssal silt, a fine flour-like mud made of decomposed organic matter. The moment the robot's thrusters get close to the bottom, they kick up a massive cloud of this sediment. Because there are no currents to wash it away, this cloud stays suspended in the water for hours. The robot's cameras become useless, staring into a white wall of its own making. The pilots on the surface must switch to blind flying, using only inertial sensors to stay in place while they wait for the dust to settle. Repairing the cable isn't as simple as plugging it back in. First, the robot has to find it. In the deep ocean, sunlight disappears within the first 1,000 meters. It is pitch black. The robot has to navigate using high-frequency sonar, feeling the shape of the seabed because light only travels a few feet before being swallowed. Once the break is located, the ROV uses high-pressure water jets to blast away meters of silt and mud to unbury the cable. The robot has to be careful. One wrong move and the thrusters stir up a cloud of sediment that can blind the cameras for hours, leaving the multi-million-dollar machine lost in its own dust. Now comes the impossible part. You cannot fuse glass fibers underwater. The salt, the silt, and the pressure would ruin the connection instantly. The robot must use haptic feedback claws to attach grappling lines to both severed ends. Miles above, a specialized repair ship pulls these ends up into a sterile, clean room on deck. Here, engineers strip away the steel armor to reveal the glass core. These strands are aligned with nanometer accuracy and melted together with an electric arc. If a single speck of dust or a drop of sweat falls into that splice, the signal will be corrupted, and the internet for an entire country could fail again before the cable even hits the water. Once the glass is fused, it's not over. That tiny, fragile splice must be encased in a universal joint. This is a massive 500-pound steel housing that protects the glass from the crushing depths it's about to return to. The robot must carefully help guide this joint back over the side of the ship, ensuring the cable doesn't twist. A single twist in the fiber optic line creates a microfracture that will lead to another break in just a few months. It is the most high-stakes game of operation ever played. This is the moment of peak danger. When a cable is being lowered back down from 2 miles up, the tension is astronomical. We call the loop of the cable the bight. If the grappling hook slips or the cable snaps under its own weight, the energy released is like a whip the size of a skyscraper. The internet isn't a cloud, it's a fragile web of glass protected by these silent guardians in the dark. The next time your Wi-Fi feels slow, remember the machine 2 miles down, fighting the weight of the ocean to keep you connected.